Hello, I have your dating questions for you. And today's question is how to choose a husband. That's our question today, how to choose a husband. Before we jump into our conversation, please be sure to subscribe. Please check to make sure you have subscribed to me. And please share. And please remember to leave a comment. Excuse me, for me. Okay, so today's question, and hopefully you've seen some of the other videos that I've already done on dating questions. Ladies sending me some questions for me to answer. So today's question, I believe I answered it in my new book coming soon, How to Gather Data on the Guys You Meet. 338 pages, but by the time my formatter is done, she will get it down to about 300 pages. But so I just scribbled down a few things about how to choose a husband. So the young lady that messaged me this question is she's been dating somebody for 3 years, and come to find out he does not want to get married. And I'm like, 3 years? 3 years? How old are you? She's 35. So for 3 years you've been dating somebody, and at 35 you're finding out that he doesn't want to get married. Like, what was y'all talking about all this time? This is what I mean, ladies, about not jumping into a situationship. When you meet a guy, you just go jump in a committed relationship and hope that he'll marry you. No, 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 no. If you want to get married, then you date for marriage. That means you date men who want to get married. That means you don't have time to waste 3 years with a man and come to find out he doesn't want to get married, which I had to say, sis, that's on you. Because you want to tell me at 32 you didn't know you want to get married. You're just sitting waiting for him to ask you to get married. So I said, what you going to do? I don't know. I love him. Okay. You love him. You want to get married. You are 35 and he doesn't want to get married. And the truth is, I had to tell her, girl, it's not that he don't want to get married. He don't want to marry you. Okay. So, ladies, if you want to get married in dating, gathering data, dating is gathering data. Do not date or continue to gather data on a guy that don't want to get married. I did. Marriage is not just a piece of paper. I'm going to link it below. Okay. So, question number one is, do you know what you want in a husband? Okay. You need to know what you want in a husband. So I asked her, what do you want in a husband? I don't know. What do you mean at 35 you do not know what you want in a husband? Ask me what I want in a husband. At 28, I knew what I wanted in a husband. 25, I knew what I wanted in a husband. My husband is the man I've always wanted. And yes, it took me a few years to perfect my list. We're going to be talking about the list. But he was always the type of man I wanted. So, ladies, you need to know, in order for you to choose a husband, you need to know what you want in a husband. My husband just bought us a new truck about a year or 2 years ago. The other one died in the driveway, and I just jumped up, grabbed the baby, and ran, child. I ran in the house like, Michael, the truck is popping. So, took it to the mechanic. Mechanic said, must have been God how you got here. When I bought a new one. And I test drive. My husband is, he's pretty laid back. He's, as long as I'm happy, he's happy. See, ladies, that's what you want. You want a man who is concerned about your happiness. So I test drive three van trucks. Those SUVs today's child, they're not like the SUVs of old. So we got it down to the one we have now, which was a 2017. So this was like 2 years ago. This is a 2017 truck, and he had 21,000 miles on it or something. I think we bought it. I think we've had the car for about a year. And then there was a 2016 something. Anyways, but he had a whole lot more miles on it. So I like them both. The other car had a DVD in it, but kids, they don't really do DVDs today. They do their tablets. So I told my husband, I like them both, and I'm okay with whichever one you come home with. So what he did, he got his frat brother, the same frat brother that they went and got my ring. And they went out, they talked, and they decided that he's gonna get the truck that we have now. So in order for him to choose the truck, or for us to choose that truck, guess what? We had to make sure we knew what we wanted. We knew we didn't want a car. It's four of us, and we're working on another baby. Okay. We knew that we wanted something not old with a whole lot of miles. We knew we wanted something that has good reviews. So you have to know what kind of car you want so you can choose the car you want. You have to know what kind of husband you want. You have to read my book, The Naked Wife. Read my book. You will learn. You will read about a lot of husbands in The Naked Wife, and you can say, "Oh, I want that." And a lot of the ladies in my book, over 200 wives I interviewed, they will tell you that they saw a lot of red flags while they were dating and courting, but they thought the guys would change, or they thought it was cute, or it would get better. It's not going to get better. Bad is not going to get better. Okay, good get better. Bad get badder. That's a word. Good get better. Okay, I married my husband because he was good to me, and I knew he could only be good and continue to be good to me. And of course, in my book, I have a whole lot of type of guys in this book so that you can know what to choose and what to look for. So you have to know. I knew what I wanted in a husband. I knew I wanted a man who was born again. I knew that I wanted a man that was a tither. I knew that I wanted a man who was a gentleman. My husband, child, he's such a gentleman. I mean, just such a gentleman. I need that. I knew I needed a man that had a good paying job. Good. Not just a job, not an in-between job, not trying to get a job, not trying to find a job, not in between jobs, not, I got you, not I'm going through a rough patch. I knew that. And I knew that I wanted a man that if he lost his job today, by next week, he gonna have him another job. And that's one of the questions you need to ask, ladies, choosing a providing husband is so if you lose your job, what's gonna happen? My husband laid it out. He said, "This is the plan. This is what we do. A B C D E F G." I was like, "Okay." hmm You need to know. You need to know. You can't be guessing because, ladies, you are turning your life over to this man. How are you going to turn your life over to a man that you don't know if he's right for you? You don't know if you can respect him. You don't know if you can submit to him. You don't know if you can honor him. You need to know. Okay. Number two, have you prepared yourself to be a wife? Now, I know some people say you can't be prepared to be a wife. Lies. Read the Bible in First Peter. Peter told the older ladies to prepare the younger women. Okay, God said, train up children in the way they should go. My dad told me, and I wrote it in here, he said, you are a wife. And the Bible says, Proverbs 18:21, I believe, he that finds a wife. And what my dad told me is, Janice, you are not a wife when you get to the altar. Yes, you're signing the papers, but you are to be a wife when he finds you, because husbands look for wives. He's not looking just for a woman. She has to be a wife. So that means you're not out here just popping the cookies off. Just every man you meet, here you go, popping the cookie out. You can't do that. Popping babies out. Let's talk about it. You want to be married, but every man you lay down with, you're popping out a baby. And that's why I say, take the cookie off the table. My other video below. Take the cookie off the table. If you take the cookies off the table, we will not continue to make all these kids with bums that have no fathers, and then we're looking for our husbands to come and pick us up and all of our children. I had my baby at 16, so don't come for me. Okay, but we need to talk about it. I shared this week about a girl. She had 4 kids, all under the age of 5. And she shot her shot to this guy, and he said, hold up, didn't you just have a baby the other day? She said, he's 6 months. And he said, well, where's the baby, daddy? And she said, well, they're all bums. And he said to her, well, baby, you don't need a husband. You need a counselor. She got mad, but you know what? Brother is right. So, ladies, if we want to be married and we're looking for a husband to pick us up and for us to be an asset to him, for us to be to look good, and he want to do it for us. Listen, we have to do what we need to do. We have to make those sacrifices and make those changes. Stop laying down with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Stop doing it. Okay. Remember, I had my baby at 16. My girl's gonna be 25 this year. This is my baby girl right here. Alexia. I wrote this book for her. In Christ I am, but I also did the devotional. So check below for the devotional. Okay. Number 3. Are you dating men that want to be married? Back to the girl that sent me this message. She's dating a man, been dating him for 3 years, shacking up. Did I mention that part? Shacking up with him. I have another story. Shacking up with him for 3 years and come to find out he don't want to get married. It's not that he don't want to get married, baby. He don't want to get married you. So if you want to married, then you need to gather data on men that want to be married. That's an easy question to answer, to ask and answer. Do you want to get married? Okay. Make sure you are dating men who want to be married. If they don't want to be married, there's absolutely nothing you can do to make him want to get married. And the truth is, a lot of these men, it's not that they don't want to get married, they don't want to marry you, so they say they don't want to get married so that you don't feel bad. Number 4, basic understanding of submission. I just did a video on a woman being afraid of submission, and that is a legitimate concern because the church have done women wrong in the area of submission. So have a basic understanding of submission. Submission means to come under someone's leadership, authority, not only leadership and his authority, but his provision, his protection, and his profession of love. And number 5, who is your counsel? You've been with this man for 3 years. Who's counseling you? My daddy was my counselor. My husband proposed for me in less than a year. He seriously started courting me in like February. Asked to speak my dad in March. By October, he proposed to me. And we got married the following May. Why? He want to be married. I want to be married. So when you want to be married, you gather data on guys that want to be married. And if you meet somebody and he don't want to get married, guess what you do? Run. Okay. Don't waste time. Stop wasting your time. That's why you don't meet a man and just jump in an all-out relationship and put your hopes and dreams on him and say, hopefully he's gonna marry me. Okay. The next one is gonna talk about the girl shacking up for 7 years and 3 babies and wondering how long it's gonna take. Girl, please, he ain't gonna marry. All right, girls, I love you. Remember, date for marriage only, especially us older ones. When you in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, you ain't got time to be shacking up, be in a relationship for years. I saw a thing on Facebook, 23 years, his girlfriend, and on his deathbed, they're going to get married. Girl, please. What a waste of time in your life. Gotta go. Love you. Remember to subscribe. Remember to share. Leave a comment for me and invite a friend. Love you. Gotta go. Bye.